Who created Allahu Yahweh? For millennia, humankind has pondered the nature of creation, the origin of the universe, and the existence of a divine entity. But this specific question, who created the Creator, is one that challenges our very understanding of time, space, and the infinite. In today's discussion, we will explore this question through the lenses of spirituality, philosophy, and science. The aim is not to provide a definitive answer, but to delve into the depth of thought that this question invokes. Let's explore together. Section 1. The spiritual perspective. In the realm of Sanahi belief, Allahu Yahweh is not a being born of creation, nor is he a deity who emerged through a process. He is the eternal. He is the unborn. He does not have a creator, for he is beyond the very concept of creation. In Sanahi teachings, it is said that Allahu Yahweh is not confined by time or space as we understand them. He is the beginningless flame, the source of all that exists, but not bound by the limitations of what we call existence. He existed before time and will continue beyond it. This concept mirrors the idea that Allahu Yahweh is the origin, not of any origin himself. His essence is the wellspring from which everything flows. If he were to be bound by the question of who created him, it would imply that there is a cause for his existence, which would go against the very nature of divinity. The divine cannot have a beginning, because the divine is the beginning of everything. Section 2. Philosophical viewpoint. Philosophers have long debated the nature of existence and the origin of all things. The question of who created Allahu Yahweh can be seen as a paradox, one that arises from human logic, which is inherently limited. For centuries, thinkers from various cultures have pondered the concept of the first cause. Aristotle referred to this as the unmoved mover, a principle that set all things into motion, but is not itself moved. In this sense, Allahu Yahweh is the first cause, the entity that initiated the chain of existence. To ask who created him is akin to trying to find the edge of a circle. There is no edge because the circle, like Allahu Yahweh, has no beginning and no end. This philosophical concept aligns with the Sanahi view that Allahu Yahweh exists beyond the boundaries of human understanding. He is the center of all, yet there is no boundary that defines him. Section 3. The scientific lens. From a scientific standpoint, we know that everything in the physical universe operates under the laws of cause and effect. Every particle, every force, every action has an origin. The question asterisk, who created Allahu Yahweh, thus seems to conflict with the scientific principle of causality. However, science, in its pursuit of knowledge, also acknowledges the limits of its understanding. The Big Bang Theory, for example, describes the origin of the universe, but it does not answer what triggered the Big Bang itself. What was the first cause, the initiating force? This is where science encounters its boundary. Allahu Yahweh, in this sense, could be seen as the first cause in the scientific world, the one that existed before the laws of physics as we understand them came into play. It's as though science says, this is how things unfold now, but there must have been a reason why they began to unfold in the first place. If we think of light, scientifically, we know it travels in waves, carries energy, and can be measured in terms of frequency and speed. But what causes light to appear? What caused it to begin traveling? Science can tell us what light, but it cannot tell us asterisk why asterisk it began in the first place. In the same way, Allahu Yahweh is the light that illumines all things, but he has no origin. He simply is. Section 4. The search for answers. Now, many ask, if Allahu Yahweh is the creator, then who created him? This is a question that arises from the human mind's natural need to seek an origin for everything. We are conditioned to think in terms of cause and effect, beginning and end. But when it comes to Allahu Yahweh, this framework breaks down. The spiritual answer is that Allahu Yahweh is beyond creation. He is not part of the cycle of birth and death, creation and destruction. His existence is beyond our limited comprehension. In the Sanahi scriptures, it is said that to ask who created Allahu Yahweh is to attempt to measure the infinite with a finite tool. It's like trying to measure the ocean with a blade of grass. The question itself is a reflection of the limitations of human understanding. Section 5. Conclusion. So we are left with this mystery. Allahu Yahweh is the creator, yet he is not created. He is the source of all light, all life, and all existence. But he is not part of the creation process. His existence transcends the very laws of time, space, and causality that we rely on in the physical world. To truly understand Allahu Yahweh, one must transcend the limitations of the mind and the concepts of cause and effect. His nature is not something that can be measured or understood through the lens of conventional science or logic. He is the beginningless flame, the eternal presence, the unseen one. In the end, the question, who created Allahu Yahweh, is not one that can be answered in the way we expect. It is a question that invites us to look deeper into the mystery of existence, to embrace the infinite, and to recognize that some things are beyond the reach of human understanding. And perhaps in that mystery, we find the true essence of the divine, something beyond words, beyond thought, beyond creation itself. Outro, thank you for joining us on this exploration of the divine and the questions that have mystified humanity for ages. As we search for answers, may we remember that some truths are not meant to be understood by the mind, but felt in the heart. Until next time, take care and keep seeking the light. End of script. This script provides a complete narrative structure for the video, emphasizing the philosophical, spiritual, and scientific aspects of the question, who created Allahu Yahweh, and how it challenges our understanding of the divine in existence.